So when we talk about, when you're talking about nutrition, what are some of the, because you mentioned like it's always the same question, and the apps or the, the muscle definition, etc., is one of the
Right.
most questions that you get. Um, what are some of the things that you see of those people in regards to nutrition that are like to you really obvious, but for them that are huge changes if they start implementing them?
Yeah, this is a cool one to dig into because I get a mix of people who are like, you know, haven't really been doing much of anything, some extremely overweight and unhealthy. And then I get other people who have been like former clients of mine, or they've been in, members of my gym or done my programs before and, compete in bodybuilding shows and, play sports and, to us compared to other people, they would look like they're in really good shape. But both of those groups, both of those types of clients of mine will all say the same things, that they didn't realize either how much water they weren't drinking, or for the most part, how much the lack of vegetables and nutrient dense foods that are in their diet. So you can have two bowls full of vegetables, and that would equal out to like one small piece of candy as far as caloric content. So they learned about, hey, what are good calories for me to take in? And they learned about, eating nutrient dense foods. That's one of the first things I say, if you have cravings or something like that, nutrient dense foods, so having foods that have high vitamin and mineral content are going to help you to cut those cravings, and then also start to teach your body to feed on stored calories, which is fat. And that's probably the biggest thing, man. It's getting people to understand that, the reason that your body is holding onto this fat is because it's protecting itself for the time when it's needed. Famine, drought. We don't experience it as much now, but there used to be times when people wouldn't just be able to eat it. Go to the store and grab stuff. They had to go hunting, and if the hunt wasn't bountiful, then they wouldn't eat. So people understanding, hey, well, my body's storing this fat because of my caloric intake, and if I make some better choices, eating more nutrient dense foods, then I can start to shed fat. And then, okay, so I just work out for, 10 or 15 minutes a day, 20 seconds of work, 10 seconds of rest, or 1 minute of work and 30 seconds of rest. I do that for like 15 or 10 minutes. And, oh man, now I'm starting to see a change in my body.